Okay, right, I think we're live. Sorry guys, we had a few technical problems. Not entirely sure what's going on with that. There's what's the word? The Ethernet cable. It's just not playing ball. It's not playing ball, guys. Anyway, we're here now. Thank you for joining us here on the live stream. I think this is the 32nd one. We're just coming up for a whole year of on-off sort of lockdowns and things, and I pretty much started those, I think it was maybe in April, May time possibly, something like that. So thanks for joining us today. Let's see who's here. There's lots and lots of people here, so let's see some hellos. Dig Stigglers was here a bit earlier on, may still be here. Mark Salzman, hello Mark, hope you're doing okay. He says he keeps checking on the Zoom X Invincible and states, yeah, it doesn't look as if they've been released yet. Hopefully soon you'll get to test them out. And then you can have fun removing the reflective pieces from the toe box. That's what I did anyway. Robin's here, Mike Gamber's here. Kevin Scott is here. He's just, he's purchased some Velociti Nitros. I think you'll enjoy those. I certainly had an enjoyable time in those yesterday in the Yeovil sun. Very nice. He says he has 4 times as many shoes as I do friends. Yeah, but the shoes never let you down. And the shoes won't ever let you down, Kevin. Lee Sumner's here. Sorry, Lee, I know you've emailed me. I haven't had time to get back. I will email you later on. He's on the Brewdog instead. Awesome. Nice stuff. Nice work, Lee. I hope you're enjoying those. Mike Gamber says hi from Tennessee. Hi, Mike. From chilly Yeovil. It's actually quite cold out there tonight. Rob Weatherall is here. Steve King also, hi, thanks for joining us, Steve. We've got Chris McLean. Sorry I was a bit late, Rob. I managed to get around the technical issues now. I'm actually on the Wi-Fi, so let's see what happens. Hopefully it will work. Slarty B says, not here for the shoes, just think Ed makes nice background noise. Yeah, I think I make a reasonably good background sound from time to time. Steve King is watching Dancing on Ice credits. Oh gosh. Cheekster says, noticed a big push on the Under Armour Velociti Flow after your initial review. Yeah, it's a nice shoe. It's a good shoe. I'm enjoying that one too. Just a nice low stack, versatile number. It just does the job, and you got all the stats built in as well if you want those. You don't have to use them, but if that's your thing, you can get access to those on your phone straight away. Yeah, Mike says, think there's better shoes than the Invincible. It's just the price is the big letdown on that one. It's a big cost. Chris McLean there just talking about the Float Ride Energy 3. Got to be honest, today I'm just thinking that I'm sort of heading back into classes and stuff this week, and yeah, mentally it's playing tricks on me, you know. I was going to do a long run today, but it wasn't there. I wasn't there mentally to do that, so just an easy effort, and that's 102 days now on the run streak as well. 102 days, it's madness, but enjoyable. I haven't felt bad at any point. Taj is watching the Indoor Athletics Championships. I wasn't aware that was on. I shall have to have a look at that later, perhaps on Catch Up or something. Hope you're doing okay, Taj. Oh, sorry, Tajat, I think it is. Stephen C is in the house. We got Spencer B. Thank you very much, Sheldon, for the super chat there with the Beast logo. I like that. Beast is here, just sort of milling around on the floor as per usual. That's what the Beast does. Either that or asking for food. That's the two chief things that are in Beast's mind. Spencer B says, favourite new shoe you've tested between the UA and the Puma? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I need to get some more miles into those. They're both very versatile, both of them. I don't know. I can't give an answer. Right down the middle on those two. Really is right down the middle. Hi to Oliver watching in Germany. Thanks for tuning in. Good to have you with us. Elliot Jackson's done a 26k long run today, and he says the live stream nicely tops off the weekend. Thanks for joining us. I hope the run was a pleasant one and enjoyable. Not sure what sort of pace, maybe just nice long run sort of pace, easy pace. Joe Mullins here. He says hi Ed and fellow runners. Kim is here too. The replicant is here in the chat. If you are in the chat, guys, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, helps us to get out to some more people and spread the word. Kevin Stenner says hello from Abbey Manor. He's not far away. What was that from here, Kev? Probably about make it Abbey Manor in about what, 4 miles, something like that. It's not far away. Hope you're doing okay, Kev. Hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Have you been out on that bike, Kev? I suppose Kev is. You've done some. I know Kev's done some triathlons in the past, haven't you? So hopefully he's been getting out doing some running and on the bike. But I doubt he's been doing too much swimming of recent time. Not much chance to practice any of that. What we got coming up here? So Will Willing says a fast 5k race shoe, something with a plate and some other options. I'm certainly keen to get out a little bit more in the Takumi Sen 7. That's a shoe that I want to get back on foot and do some faster work, some interval stuff, some 400s, some 800s, and some 1 kilometre repeats. That shoe is just calling to me. I can hear it now. Can you hear it? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me that can hear that shoe. Yeah, I've got a different picture profile on there, Rob. Do you know what? I might actually change it. It does look really sort of. I look grey. I look a bit like John Major from the Spitting Image. You know, back in when would it have been? Back in the 80s, 90s sort of period. How's that looking? It's going to go off. It will come back, hopefully. Yeah, there you go. It's looking better already. It's looking better already. Good, good. Right, we've sorted that. Thanks for letting me know, Rob. It did look a bit washed out, I have to say. I've got a bit more colour in the cheeks now. It's like a zero neutral sort of profile that I always use when I shoot, so I can adjust stuff afterwards. Make things look a little bit more balanced. Michael's here. He says, evening, your time, Ed, over in the United States. 3:05 over here. Yeah, so we're about 8:10 here in the UK. About 10 minutes past 8 in the evening, and all is quiet out there, very quiet. Mike Gamber says Pumas seem to be very similar to Skechers, at least in the midsole. Not as far as I'm aware. So I think it's a little bit different. I know they're using some sort of nitrogen-based sort of stuff, but from all accounts, it's quite a different feel. Cameron's over in Los Angeles. Thanks for tuning in, Cameron, as usual. Good to see you here. Harry Hughes is in the house saying he just took the Peg 37s over 500 miles. Wow. Do you think the wear expected from running shoes are improving? I don't know. I think certain foams are certainly pretty reasonable. Getting better. React seems to be a big thing for Nike at the moment. There's a lot of shoes like the Infinity React. I mean, that's just, these go on forever. Saw a guy out running in the first version of these earlier. These just go on forever and ever. So I think that foam's certainly going to get some miles. But hey, you know, offering shoes that give people loads of miles doesn't perhaps make them lots of cash, does it? So, don't know. I think maybe certain foams are improving. Other ones, I think they're lasting perhaps less time. Lasting less. Gavin Braden says, evening Ed, received loud and clear in Belfast. Good Marvel recommendation. Yeah, I do like Ragnarok. That's a really great film. I really enjoyed that one. Good mixture of humour, and of course, there's a famous actor in there, of which, you know, everybody loves. Bit of a jazz pianist. I'm glad that they managed to get him in there somewhere. Vasilis is over in Greece. Thanks for tuning in. Harry Hughes is in the house. We've also got Iron Sun Devil Network. Blimey. Hi everybody. Hi to you too. Eric the Red is here. He's here in spirit, he says. Anton says, hi Ed, would you compare Adidas Boost with any other alternative foams, especially Pebax used by Reebok? Boost? What's similar to Boost? The closest thing to Boost, I suppose, is the... what's the stuff in the Triumph 17, 18? Power Run. Power Run Plus, I think that. Yeah, they're relatively similar, I think, in terms of the feel. They're quite similar. Andrew says, do I plan to use any of the eco-friendly, highly recyclable running shoes some manufacturers are introducing? Quite keen to see what that the Solomon one. That one looks interesting. And I know Reebok are trying to bring some more stuff in like that. There's even little things, that Reebok are doing, like they're tying in the tags to the shoes with string rather than using plastic pieces to do it. So it's just loads of little things that all add up. I think that's what it's about, really. It's everyone doing a little bit, and then that all adds up over time. Let's try and get through some of the questions here and keep up with the chat for once. I'm terrible for that. People get left out, and I don't want that to happen. James Corey says 102 days non-stop. That's insane. Miss Edberg must not be thanking you on the washing front. Oh, she just leaves me to wash that stuff. I just sort that out. I wouldn't want her to have to mess about with all that stuff. So she's got enough on her plate, keeping Master Fergus sorted out, and trying to. He's on foods now. Blimey. He had some rusk and some baby milk and some blueberries earlier. It was just insane. It was everywhere. He was having a great time, and he ate loads of bubble and squeak as well. Some mashed potato, some carrots in there, and he was just chomping that down. And he's got little cups as well, and he's drinking his water. He's a good eater, that little boy. He's a good eater. It's a good thing. Mark Salzman says, what would you suggest for a thick bouncy sole that's affordable for a beginner runner? Energy 3 Reebok. Go straight for it, Mark. That one is the one. Eric the Red, what is your current total shoe count? Can I do a rough? Hang on. 21. I reckon it's probably about over 50. I think it's about over 50 of stuff that I could potentially run in if I wanted to. Some stuff I've been through and I've reviewed, and I've kind of cleaned them up and kept them for the archive, so I could run in those. There's loads of life left in those shoes. Paul Hughes is here. He says, thanks to you, I found a shoe that's helped me run a little further. Tempo Next Percent. Amazing. I'm glad those are working out for you. Great shoe. I'm hoping they don't discontinue them. I really love the Tempo Next. I'm really tempted to buy one of the custom ones. I've made one, in fact. It's the After 8 Tempo Next Percent. So based on my favourite chocolate, mint chocolate, the After 8. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Maybe I'll do a little feature on that. I'll do like a short little video or something, just talking about the After 8 Next Percent. Tempo Next Percent, I should say. Mark says, hi, at some point did you review slipper-like shoes which you've been sent? Yeah, they were from Decker's Lab. I think they're sending me some other ones, because I've got to be honest, I wear those shoes every day. I slip my feet into those in the morning and in the evening, and they are so cushioned and comfortable. They are nuts. So if you're having trouble getting them, I mean, I'll give them a shout and see what's going on, because obviously some people want them. Lots of people have been watching that video as well. So it seems crazy not to make them available. If you're in the chat, guys, please hit that like button. It really does help us out to spread the channel, spread the word. It really does. Mark Salzman, in fact, says hit the like button. He's trying to make me remember to say it. Run Tommy says, in person 5k yesterday. Felt great and held off my 13-year-old son. Oh, he sounds like a speedy dude. That's good stuff. glad to see a few marathons and things coming back. I saw there's some big one in Texas or something. Over here, that's not going to happen for a little while yet, because of the pandemic and things. But let's hope we get something back soon, soonish at least. Bailey Troy says, are you ever going to tackle the marathon distance? Yeah, I ran like a marathon time trial just on my own last October. What was that, 3 hours 23? Just on my own, just, you know, bumbling along. It was alright, it was quite fun. You kept seeing people. And they were like, what are you doing? I'm running a marathon, just because, you know, I can. So yeah, I could run a marathon tomorrow, but I want to do it in a race, you know. You can only do so many time trials, can't you? And also, you know, even when I did that time trial last weekend, you know, on the half marathon, so 1 hour, 30 minutes and 18 seconds. I just missed out 1 hour 30, which was a bit of a blow. But it's the race thing, you know, there's no one else there. You've got no one to pace off of. You know, my drink station or whatever was just, you know, a wall by a packing box factory. It's not the same, you know, it's not the same feeling. Pretty sure I'd crack it if I cracked 130 if I'd had some people with me, but it's not the same. Oliver says, is there a difference in the size of both of the Pumas? Now, I'd suggest that for me, the 11's just about right. Now, bear in mind that with a Nike, I'm right kind of at the end of their 11. In fact, in the in the next percent, the second pair I got an 11.5, and they just had a little bit extra. It wasn't much, but just a little bit more. And with Vaporwave, I found myself kind of flying towards the front of the upper anyway. So it was good to have a little bit more room. With the Puma, I was fine with the 11. It just had a tiny bit of extra room. Not gallons of room in the front. Gallons? You know what I mean. But there's just a little bit more room there. So yeah, we've gone into living colour now. Iron Sun Devil Network says, best carbon shoe for marathons for average runners. Love my Turbo 2s. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to run a full marathon in Turbo 2s, so I want a little bit more cushion. I don't know if you could get the maybe like the speed or something like that, if you could get the endorphin speed. But I hear that they're like rocking horse excrement. You just can't find them anywhere. Is that still the case? I haven't really sort of looked to try and buy another pair of speeds. I don't need another pair right now, but are they still tough to get hold of? Dan Goddard, I'd go for the Energy 3 for 52. See how you get on with that. You can always, you know, expand out, but that is a great starter shoe. That's kind of like what the Pegasus line used to be with Nike, but Energy 3 is a great shoe. Really great shoe. Ron Tommy says, where's the Liberate Nitro review? Might be able to utilise that soon. I'm still waiting on getting hold of a pair of those, so we'll see what happens. Let's try and clear some of these questions here. Mark says, recommended Turbo 2 replacement based on your experience. This might sound crazy. You can call me crazy if you want to. But closest thing that I've worn recently to the Turbo 2 in terms of the stack, in terms of the feel underfoot, is actually the new one from Under Armour. The Velociti, the Flow Velocity Wind. That's the closest thing I've worn. It even feels a little bit like the Turbo 2. So that's the closest thing that I've worn of recent time that felt like that. What does UA, so this is Digglers says, what does UA need to do to be more relevant in the running mainstream? I'm not sure. I think they've got the right idea there. Certainly with that latest shoe, with the Flow Velocity, that's got the right idea. Andy, I'll get the Hoka Mach 4, but you know what I'm like. If I can get a shoe for a bit of a discount, I will. And with my running club discount, I can use that with sports shoes. So when they do get the Mach 4, I'll give it a whirl. I just like to try and grab a shoe for as cheap as I can, really. Which was a little bit what I was thinking about with the video yesterday, where I was talking all about sneaker resellers and running shoe resellers. People, you know, they have been trying to make a bit of a profit on some of those the Next Percent 2s that came out, that small drop that we had here. And, you know, this pairs of the Adizero Adios Pro up on StockX, you know, people are asking £900 for them. It's wild. Someone's talking about Les Dawson there, great stuff. I was telling Mrs. Edbud about Les Dawson the other day. Michael Gomez got a good question there. What's your main favourite guitar? Favourite guitar ever? I've got an American vintage Jazzmaster. As the family kind of bought it, must be about 7-8 years ago, and that's beaten up, but that thing sounds incredible. The low E on that's like a piano string, you know. It's got loads of sustain. It just sounds like a rock and roll guitar. Sorry, it's Mitchell Gomez. I think I said Michael. That's a rock and roll guitar. You can play any type of rock and roll with that. A little bit of overdrive on there. It's beautiful. Running Together says, hi Ed, this is my first visit to your live stream. Congrats on your half marathon time trial. Well paced, thank you. Yeah, I was really pleased with the pacing. I was a little bit off, but you know, it was a bit more elevation than I perhaps initially realised it was going to be. And I think that kind of put pay. There was, you know, a climb there which I had to do about 7 or 8 times, and that took a bit out of me. And I was messing around with my gloves, all that sort of stuff. Harry Hughes said, would you ever review the Allbirds running shoes? I've got a pair of Allbirds shoes here, which I did review last year. The merino wool. I think they're called the Tree Dashes. I'm just waiting till it gets a little bit warmer, but also a little bit drier out there. And I'll get back out in those again and see how they fare. Steve says, hi Ed, 8 miles in the Adios Pro today. Awesome. First proper run, as he's been injured since December. I think it might be my new favourite for the half marathon. Yeah, I love those. I absolutely love those shoes. They are right up there. They're probably my favourite pair. That pink pair of Adizero Adios Pros. They're just so good. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing shoes now. They're broken in. It's beautiful. I really didn't like them when I first got them. First run, I just could not see what on earth it was all about. I was really disappointed. But it just goes to show you can't judge a book by the cover. Arto says, much appreciating daily train reviews and comparisons. Awesome, thank you. Thanks for tuning in, Arto. I do appreciate that very much. If anyone's just popped into the chat, please do hit the like button. It really helps the channel out a great amount. Helps to get us out there a little bit more. Howard Davenport is in the house. He's got the Ultra Rides. What are they best for? I may have run a marathon in them yesterday. Well, glad to see you here, Howard. What I would suggest with the Ultra Rides, I'd probably take them up to about 8 or 9 miles. Wouldn't go too much further than that. They felt like a pace shoe for me, rather than just anything sort of like a sort of more daily slogging sort of shoe. But I hope they're working out well for you. Mark says, yes, it was Decker's Lab. I'd love to get some. I'll give him a shout and see what the score is on those, Mark, and I'll maybe give you a shout in one of the videos at some point. AM says, hello from California. Hello there. Nice to see you. Ted Ruth, hashtag sub 130, Ed Unlimited. Yeah, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly, slowly. To think, back in September of 2019, so ran the Salisbury half marathon there, and I was going great guns to about 9 or 10 miles, and then I just fell away. And that course is flat compared to what I ran the other day. So yeah, we're getting there. We'll nail it when the racing comes back. We shall nail it. Someone's mentioning to me I should go to Valencia actually once the pandemic's over and do their half marathon, because that's just pancake flat. That sounds like a great idea. I'll get my coach over, Mr. Kenyon. He can come with me, and we'll do it. Maybe he can cycle alongside me and give me some Guinness, you know, as we go. That'll be good. Stephen C 1984 says, "What's your current plan for long runs?" Yeah, I'll be back to one per week, Stephen. I've had a bit of a week off this week. Just been running for enjoyment this week after the hard effort last Sunday. So mainly just running to keep the legs moving. I'd say long runs, yeah, I'll slowly pull those back up to that sort of 17, 18 mile mark. That's a good long run for me. A couple hours of effort there. Kind of look at it as time-based stuff, really. On those sort of longest weeks, I was probably out there, 6 hours or something total for the week. So that's probably what I'll look to get back to. Richard Johnson says, "Q socks, same for shorter and longer runs." Yeah, as things warm up, I tend to scale things back in terms of socks. So I'll go for something a little bit lighter if I can. At the moment, it's still pretty chilly out there, so in the mornings and in the evenings certainly. So I tend to scale things back. I've never been one for wearing particularly long socks. I just don't really get on with that. I feel they're kind of restricting me in a way. So I like to try and run with as little as I can, always. Which is kind of why I don't like always running with the GoPro and the stick. I don't know, it just feels bulky. It feels as if I'm just weighing myself down with stuff I don't want. It's other stuff to distract me as well. I like enjoying the actual experience of the running. When I'm out there, I don't really like thinking, oh, I'll get a bit of footage here, or, that's cool if you like doing that, but it's really not my thing. I like running. That's the key part about it. If it takes away from that, then I'm not sure why I'm doing it. JJ says, "Tempo next percent in flying it or the mesh." I was going to go for the mesh actually, and see how that fared. Robin says that you got his next percent 2s yesterday. Got lucky with the app. Awesome. I hope you get a chance to test them out soon. Robin, do fire me an email if you don't mind. Let me know the weight of those and what size you got in US, UK as well. That would be really cool if you could do that. I'd much appreciate it. Mike Gamber says, "Saw a breakdown of the flow velocity." Oh, I'd need to see that. I wasn't aware that there was some type of plate in there, as far as I'm aware. Cameron says he saw a fellow runner in the Adidas Pro. Nearly robbed him. Yeah, they are very difficult to come by. I don't know why Adidas are doing that. Everybody wants them. You'd think it would be easy, wouldn't you? Just say, yeah, let the people have what they want. Easy. Richard Rendell's just got a few miles in. Good stuff. Well done, Richard. Richard Tongue says, "Hi from Newquay. 10 miler today in the New Balance, the 1080s. Found the seam under the laces, just digging a bit. I had to stop." Oh dear, that's not good. Not had any major problems with those. It felt quite a comfortable shoe, quite a smooth kind of ride in that one. We have Richard Rendell with a question. He says, "Good running socks. I've been looking at the Adidas ones." Yeah, I've got a couple of those. I can't remember what they're called offhand. Quite cushioned socks, but very low, and they're perfect for the Adizero Pro. The Adios Pro. Probably work with the other one as well. It's the same upper. It's the same upper on both of those shoes. RJ Monsalord is here from the Philippines. How you doing? Good to see you here. Body by Duff says, "Hi Ed, congrats on the TT. Have you put any more miles into the Carbon X2 yet?" No, that will be this week though. I'll try and get a longer run in on the Carbon X2. Main reason I want to do a pairing up, do another episode of the Super Shoe World Cup this week. Let's get another episode of that on the go. Mank Ed says, hi Ed, nice to be back on live stream. Yeah, it's good to be back here with the live stream. Elliot Jackson says, bought the Float Ride 3 and I'm finding it a bit unstable. No, I haven't really found that in the Energy 3 at all. Maybe a tad, but not anything sort of towards the Nova Blast or anything like that in terms of instability. Niels G says hi from Denmark. How you doing? And Per is here as well. Aaron says, good evening Ed, just finished watching Greenland on Amazon Prime. Oh, I'm sure I have to check that out. Not heard of that. Joel is here. He says, thinking of picking up the SL20 for 60 Earth credits. Yes. Do it. It's a good shoe. Nice, nimble, light, ideal for the spring and summer. Sounds like something out of a catalogue, doesn't it? Yeah, for 60 Earth credits, I think that's a pretty reasonable deal. Half size up. I always half size up from my standard size in Adidas shoes, so it could well be that you need to do that. Ted Reese says, don't know how Kafuzi copes with the camera all the time. I reckon Kafuzi's got stronger upper arms than I have, because just carrying it around, it kind of felt as if I was off balance as well. I mean, I'm a very tall guy as well, so having the camera, and I kept, worrying about should I pass it across every half a mile or a mile or something. That's what it always felt like. So occasionally I get out with it when I'm maybe doing a long run or something. I can talk to people, talk to the camera, keep me company. Lee Sumner says, what's your thoughts on the use of calf guards and compression? I haven't ever needed to use it. Maybe I need some on my arms though, because I always have that problem with my arms and hands getting cold, so maybe that would help. Per says, hey, from the North Pole. Awesome. Mankhead says, are all Adidas better half size up? I wouldn't say all of them. The Adios 4, I didn't have to half size up in that. That would have been way too long. But I half size up in everything else. Takumi-sen, Boston 9, the Adi Zero Pro, the Adios Pro, all of those. Andrew O. Hello, Andrew. He says, came to the channel many moons ago for trainer advice. Great vids, and he likes the vibe. You gotta like the vibe. You gotta have the vibe. It's very important. It says, question, what do you do strength training between runs? I do a lot of stretching, Andrew, a lot of stretching, a bit of foam rolling, and just, resting as much as I possibly can. I have a bit of a desk job, so I'm sat down a lot. I just try and get up every so often, just do it, some light stretching, dynamic stuff, not holding anything too much. Just keeping nimble. Doing a lot of work on my back. So I'm very tall. I often have the problem of bending down, not using my knees and things. So I try to do a lot of work on that. And playing guitar is probably the only strength training my arms I do. But yeah, that's pretty much my the extent of what I do. Mark Salzman's been enjoying the fruit bats. Oh, great stuff. Fruit bats. That Absolute Loser album is tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. He also recommend Jens Lekman, if you can track down some of his stuff. Night Falls Over Cortadelia is a very good album from Jens Lekman. If you can track down Suede's B-Sides album, Sci-Fi Lullabies, that's really good. Some great tunes on there. High Rising, for example, that's a great track. What other stuff? Early Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. I really like those guys. First couple albums. They're super albums. There's many tunes. I am sort of half thinking about starting a separate channel, just reviewing albums. Because I listen to a lot of music, and I think people like the musical interludes at the end of the tracks. But I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know if you'd be interested to, if there was another channel, you know, sort of sideline channel of album reviews, music reviews, and things like that. Let me know if you think it's a good idea. Kevin Stevenson says, "Hey, Yoad, any new white Morris dancing runners?" I'm not sure. Morris dancing. There's a lot of that goes on. Well, there used to be a lot of that around here. There's not an awful lot happening these days. There was a very famous Morris troupe around here. What were they called now? The Treacle Eaters. Yeah, they're very famous. I remember I got on a train with them once. And there was this dude dressed up in a special hat with all this stuff on it. It was very interesting. Very interesting. Very shiny shoes they had. Spent a lot of time shining their shoes, I think. AM says, how about ice baths? It's a bit cold for that. It's a bit cold for that. I'd feel bad as well as if I filled the bath up with ice and then the heating was still on as well. Because Mrs. EDDBUD's always freezing in the house, always cold. And I'm always quite warm. I don't know whether what it is. I've got quite a warm constitution. I don't know, something like that. It's the running and the thinking and the moving about. That's what it is. Niels G just said bought the Mizuno Wave Skyrise too. I'm not sure about that one. Is that the really big, almost like boot type one? I know it did look like it had quite a considerable drop in that shoe, so maybe that's why it feels like it's getting you onto your forefoot a little bit. Steve, he says, did removing the reflective strips on the Invincible stop the running? Yes, it did. Where are they? Here they are. As you can see, I removed the strips on the inner side here where I got that absolutely ginormous blister. I am convinced now with the Zoom X in this that they've covered it with something. There's some sort of outer layer, so it's not quite the same as the Zoom X you would get on the Vaporfly or Alphafly series. A awesome super chat there from Kevin Stevenson. Thanks for that, Kev. He says running apps use NRC. They give me free t-shirts and extra 30% off finishing certain challenges. Cool, I'll have to check that out. I do use the NRC thing from time to time, just to see what they've done, see if they added some extra stuff into it. It's made it a little bit better, I suppose, Steve. I felt that it was just sort of like I could feel it on the outside of the shoe, so it's made a bit of a difference. I need to go on another long run on it, 40 miles, and see what happens. You know, could be too late by then. Russelly B says, bitch, I have a tendency to drift a heel strike when legs and sole, I like that, legs and sole start tiring. Endorphin shifts really push me on with a 12k. So forgiving daily training with pop, well, this is it. I mean, the pop comes from that rigidity, doesn't it? So they're all, everything with that little extra pop. Maybe try the Run Fast, if you can get the Run Fast 2 or 3. They've got Pebax, like a Pebax midsole, no plate or anything in there, but they might be good. If you're maybe doing something a little, you know, on a more daily sort of basis, they might not have enough cushion there for you if you're going longer. So just for some shorter efforts, that might be the ideal shoe. DD says, hi Ed, for a middle of the pack runner who runs 930 pace, would you recommend the Vaporfly Next Percent or the Adizero Adios Pro? I'll probably go Next Percent there. I think the Adizero Adios Pro, I think the way the shoe works, it kind of feels like you need to be going at pace. It always felt a little bit odd to me at a lower pace. I think I've seen people wearing Next Percents going at lower paces, and it seems to work absolutely fine for them. I don't agree with this whole thing of this elitist business of, oh, super shoes only work for actual super fast athletes. There's loads of academic papers that have been done, and one quite recently in fact, that demonstrated that in fact the improvement in efficiency was greater for those who are running longer marathons. So you're out there longer, the efficiency is going to be greater, isn't it? Okay, I don't agree with all that stuff. I'm no elite runner. I'm just a bloke that likes running. I'm making steady improvements. That's the fun bit for me. I'm not this big goal guy of, I'm going to do this and, oh, how great I am, oh. I have no time for that. I just enjoy it. I find things I enjoy and I do them. That's it. And if someone else is enjoying something, I'll enjoy it with them. Seems to make sense to me. Richard Johnson says, cute. Puma Ultra, the Optimus Primes. Yes, have you put more miles into them? I haven't yet. I'd love to get out and put some more miles into that shoe. It's quirky, relatively lightweight, and really interesting underfoot. I remember that. I don't know why I haven't got back out in them. It's sad. I need to do that. Maybe I'll make up a list this week and get out in a load of shoes I haven't been out in for a while. Ted and Reese says, what height am I? I am 6'3". Tall. Bang my head on things all the time. Door frames need to be very, very tall. Per says he's waiting for the Boston 10s. It's really weird with the whole Boston series. They released the Boston 8. It's kind of hanging around a little bit. And then the Boston 9 came out, but only in certain places. It was just really strange release schedule on that one. Let's see what else we got here. Steve King says, just started to use the SL20s. The Mark 1. Yeah, I'm sure that they should have just waited and called the other one the SL21. I think it would have made more sense. Yeah, they're bargain shoes. Fantastic. And he got both pairs, 8.5. Yeah, that's good news. I'm glad those are working out for you, Steve. And Mrs. King as well. I hope you're both doing okay. Hope you're both safe. Jim Theo 2, he's ordered a pair of the Flows. Awesome. Gee, I'm really tempted to get a pair of the Curry 8s as well, which have got the Flow midsole. From what I heard, they made the shoe and then realised how absolutely fantastic it was as a running shoe. So they used the midsole, pretty much, retooled it and got it straight onto an upper. That upper's so like the Endorphin Speed, it is unreal. You can look at the two of them and they're so close. Cheeks says music review channel sounds good. Body by Duff says, have I listed them Crooked Vultures? I don't think I ever have, actually. Maybe I'll add that to my music list. There's a big list now. Tenerife Brett Anderson has a new album out with... Yeah, I did see that. I haven't heard that yet, that new album. Was cool. I did get to see him at like a personal appearance thing a couple of years back. He was very, very interesting. Really interesting chap. Yeah, I've got no complaints about the Velociti Wind. It's a great shoe. Really, really nice shoe. And it's an interesting new foam. It's something different. It just feels quite different to me. I'm quite enjoying the fact that they've tried something with a lower stack as well. Nowhere near as much there in the in that sort of heel area. It just felt nimble. It felt light. It didn't feel as if it was weighing me down. What's my current mileage? What, for the year? La Pizza de Family says that. Let's have a look. What's the current mileage? Getting it up here. For the year. For the year we're on 407 miles for the year so far. It's about 53 hours of running so far this year, so it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Onwards though, we got more to do. I need to catch up. I think I put in 2,500, so I'm a little bit below where I need to be. But then again, got the summer and long runs, things like that. They can soon push things back up. So that's what I'm going to aim for this year, 2,500. Don't know why, just seemed like a good number. Oh, thanks, Mike. He sent me an image to my Instagram. Let me have a quick look at this while we're live here, guys. Let's have a little look. Ooh. I think it's just the insole. I think that's just the insole. Yeah, I don't think it's not a plate or anything like that. Just the insole. Let's try and answer a few more of these here. Go for 1Rio1. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something there. But he says, "Hey, I'd love the channel. Endorphin Speed versus Hoka Rocket X for half marathon race in May." Ooh. I'd go Rocket X actually. It's just a little bit more pop and rigidity to it. My speeds are, and if they were a brand new pair, they were nuts out of the box, but they seem to just lose a little bit for me. It's when they got wet, actually, when my Endorphin Speed got wet, they weren't quite ever the same again. Per likes the idea of a new music channel, so I think I might go with that, you know. Theo McLean says, "What's the blue shoe in the background?" The blue shoe in the background is the other one. So that's the Energy 3 from Reebok. Float Ride Energy. Beautiful looking shoe. In fact, one of the most beautiful shoe profiles of recent months, this one. It's a lovely shoe. Use that today, in fact. Just a quick blast to clear the head, clear the mind. Chris McFarlane says, "Have you ever picked up many injuries running? And what age are you and Beast?" Beast is, I think Beast is 11 now. You right there, Beast? Yeah, Beast is good. And I'm 41. 41? Yeah, I'm 41. You get to a certain point, you just forget, don't you? You forget. You know it's bad when you start forgetting how old you are. Do I pick up many injuries? No. Touch wood. Some wood around here. There we go. Touch wood. No. Don't pick up too many. When I feel something's not right, I take some time. Take some time and just rest. And if anything's ever getting really bad, you know, just take some days. Take some time. I haven't had any though, thankfully. Thank whoever. Thank Beast for that. Yes. So what's a budget shoe roundup? Yeah, that'll be an interesting idea. Can maybe get all those together. I do those monthly videos with the sort of shoe discounts. People love those as well. Mrs. EDDBUD said to me last year, "You should make videos about the good shoe discounts that are on the sales. Tell people about them." And I thought that could work. And they're always very well viewed, those videos. People do enjoy those. They're good. It's good to make them as well. It's a real blast. It's good to make all the videos. I think when people start YouTube channels, they often think, "Oh, it'll be fun," you know. It's only when you've got, you know, coming up for like 500 odd videos and you're still finding it fun every time. You know, you really love the process of it. I think that's the difference. That's where you're invested in it and you actually genuinely enjoy doing it. I love putting them together. I hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I do making them. You know, it's great fun making videos and then looking at all the comments. I try and, as you know, I try and respond to as many of the comments as I can. It is getting tough to do that. And the emails and Instagram posts and all that kind of stuff. No Guinness today, so we're on, what's it called? The Explosade. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. There's a lot of sugar in it though. Oh, Kyle Rose is in the house with the super chat. Thank you very much, Kyle. That is incredibly generous of you on the super chat. It's a drop of a shoe steeper feeling in a small versus large shoe. Now, I've been talking to people over about this, whether it feels different if the shoe's very short. Now, what you got to remember is obviously feet are a lot different in terms of the length. So I think it probably evens itself out depending on the size of the shoe. So I think that it's still the same type of drop, but then of course the person's foot is that little bit shorter anyway. So I don't think it makes a huge difference. Just bear with me a moment, guys. I need to sneeze. We're back after a sneezing interlude. Let's see what else we got here. I've got about 7 minutes to go, guys. I don't want to intersect into Kafuzi's time. Kafuzi's a good buddy, and that's his time. I wouldn't ever put a live stream on his time. Maybe other people would, but I wouldn't. Steve says he's only 5'10", but he almost cracked his head on the ceiling bouncing down the stairs wearing his Adios today. Yeah, they're big shoes. They're very, very thick. Kevin Stevenson says 1 hour of 10k PB today. Chuff with 7 months of running. Awesome, well done, Kevin. Fantastic effort. Brilliant. Road Running Review says go, go, go. Mike Gamba says, what do you think of the Han carbon fibre suspension shoe? Oh, I did see that. I did see that shoe. I'll tell you what, I am very, very interested in that. I might contact them and see if I can sort something out. Test it. Carbon fibre suspension shoe. It does remind me a tiny bit of the Ultra Ride. The way they've got that sort of trampoline type effect. Joey's just got his Hoka Mach 4s. Yeah, let me know how you get on with those, Joey, in the comments or something. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, Will Willing says he put his grandson onto the channel. Awesome. Oh, glad he's enjoying the videos. Fantastic. I wish I'd started running when I was younger. I really do. It was a couple of years back. I paced some 2 young guys. It must have been, I don't know, 10, 11, something like that. Oh man, those guys were fast. Too fast for me. Maybe a few years ago I could have done that. And Cheekster says, your top 5 everyday easy 10k shoes. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a video right there. Need a bit of time to think about that one. Sam Farman enjoyed the recommendation the other day. Youth and Young Manhood by the Kings of Leon. That's a fantastic album. Really, really great album. Dee Dee likes the idea of the music review channel. Yeah, I could do a little bit of guitar on there too. Just been writing some new stuff for my band recently. I'm probably going to relaunch. We did an album a while back, so I'll relaunch that. I got stacks of solo material as well that I've never done anything with, so I need to do something with that stuff. Jim Theo says we were with you in spirit and cheering you on during the time trial. Yeah, it was good fun, that time trial. I know it sounds crazy to say, but it's nice to have a proper challenge, albeit without people around, but still good fun. Stephen Foss says, hi Ed, hello. He's just joined us from near the end. Rob Williams says, if you can get a deal on the Peg 36 for 16 notes, should you get them? Absolutely. Certainly better than the 37 in my opinion. Steve King says, check out Ben Granfeld's solo work. I shall go and check that out. Album from 2016, okay. Kevin Scott says, any future collaborations planned? Yeah, I want to try and do something with Kafuzi and Emily again. That would be really cool. I know Mike's been sort of like stabilising, you know, being back in Chicago. There's probably lots of things going on for him. And of course, he's looking after his girls as well. So I know his time is quite precious to him. And probably his time outside of running the channel now, which is his main thing. He's probably trying to spend some time with his wife as well. So I'm keen to make sure that I'm not sort of you know, using up his time too much. It's a difficult thing. Our new Puma's really that long? Not massively extra long. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit, which is okay for running shoes, for them to be a tiny bit longer, especially if they're daily shoes. Yeah, Martha, I think you will enjoy that Under Armour shoe. It's right up your street there. It's got all the things you like there, so I think you will like that. Tenry says, see you on Kafuzi Sunday Songs of Prayer. The Pizza de Families says, what's your go-to easy run shoe at the moment? If I had to go and run some easy miles right now, I'd probably run in the Invincible. If it was just some real easy stuff, you know. Richard Rendell says I could get Kafuzi to play one of my songs in his intro run. Like we can make that happen. We can make that happen. Okay guys, right, I'm going to draw this one to a close. I want to say thank you very much for you all for joining in and coming in on the stream today. I really do appreciate it. I wish you well, and you're running this week. I'm going to be ramping things back up, so hopefully on for 50 miles by the end of the week. Do go and check out the merch just below, and make sure if you haven't done so already, you hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, and obviously like the videos too. That helps too. Comment below if you've got any other questions I didn't perhaps get round to, and I shall try and get back to you there. So please everybody stay safe, and I'll see you very soon in the main videos and also in the live streams too. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you.